clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome back to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for game number 2 of our doubleheader between the Fighting Engineers of Rose-Hulman. They welcome in the Pioneers of Transylvania University. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Let's thank some of our great sponsors as Rose-Hulman takes to the court here in Terre Haute. We want to thank the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burner Electric provides quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves businesses forward. Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. And the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference. Watch the best Division III basketball on HCAC.tv, where you always have a front row seat. Follow us on X at HCACD3. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you after an exciting start to the afternoon. The Transylvania women winning their 48th consecutive game, beating UConn's streak in college basketball with a double-digit victory over Rose-Hulman. And now the second of our double dip comes to you here from John Muchner Court. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. This is a Rose-Hulman team starting to really find their rhythm as of late. They've won 2 in a row after a losing streak. So 2-0 in the calendar season, coming off an impressive down-to-the-wire win over Earlham. Transylvania leading the conference at 6-1 overall. 11-3 is their record. Your expectations here for Rose-Hulman, upset-minded here on a home Saturday afternoon contest.
Yeah, Rose taking on the Transylvania, who's won in the conference at a 6-1 mark. And Rose, I think, and even talking to some of the assistant coaches and Coach Tyler Hamron before the game, I think it's critical for them to get off to a good start. Academic-wise, there's a lot of expectations and a lot of stress on some of these young men as they transition. A lot of newcomers on the Rose-Hulman team. You add a lot of freshmen into those expectations as well, and they kind of get used to it. The basketball is kind of an outlet at times for them to have some fun and continue to learn and grow in this area. And so a fresh outlook you've been playing some really good basketball of late. The more basketball you play, those freshmen become more experienced and quote unquote, sophomores, so to speak, in terms of game time experience and minutes, and they're going to rely on that and hopefully get off to that fast start and get to earn a victory and upset over the Pioneers.
Yeah, these are like the dog days right out of the college basketball season. You're past that holiday break. You get into playing against conference opponents, and you really get to see where you stack up against competition. This is a Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineer team that is led by Miles McGowan, shooting 58% from the floor. And Clark, that's because he gets them down low and he makes the opposition pay with those good high percentage shots down low.
Miles is he's a veteran. He was first team all conference last year and really makes a defense play. He's smart. He understands the game. He also understands that he's going to draw a double team, and when he gets that, he's going to turn and face that defense. He's going to find the open man, and his teammates are going to be able to help him out in that offensive scoring and get some points on the board, be able to make the right plays. Rocco Ritchie is averaging almost 9. So you got some guys to go with him. Pride's averaging 7.6. Bradley Harden, a senior leader on this ball club, also can chip in some points from the perimeter as well. But the offense runs through Miles McGowan.
Yeah, Miles McGowan again, great from the field, shooting right around 59%. On the other side for Transylvania, Jalen Green shooting 50% from the floor, 44% from downtown, averaging 21 points per contest. How do you slow down number 4?
It's tough. Jalen Green's got the full arsenal. I think you got to make him make shots on the move, force him left, contest his shots. Transy likes to get up and down the court, so transition defense for Rose-Hulman today is going to be very critical. And don't be afraid to attack him on the offensive end and get him in foul trouble. He can't score any points if he's on the bench. So that's one way that you can try to utilize his effectiveness, but he's a great player. He's able to score a lot of points. This Transy offense averages 84 points per game, Tony. So they like to get out and go, and they like to have different defenses to throw at you. But throwing some different guys from Rose-Hulman, can put some different defensive players on him, could also change up his rhythm as well.
Unleash the power of passion. IndianaSRN, always a front row seat. Contact us at sales@IndianaSRN.org to discuss how we can customize a sponsorship package that maximizes your brand and exposure. Central Indiana sports leader. We'll get the starting lineups to get ready for tip. Game number 2 of the men's and women's doubleheader here from the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. You're watching RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
$575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new Living Wall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us to one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
Welcome back to the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where the Fighting Engineers welcoming the #1 team in the HCAC Conference. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. So we get ready for this tip. Transylvania on the road in their all-black uniforms. Rose-Hulman in their all-white uniforms. And Transylvania controls the tip with Zach Stallman. He has it right side, swings it. Back up top. Pioneers leading the conference will step back, 3-ball in the air, and put it in. Jalen Green, the leading scorer out of Lexington, Kentucky, 21 points he's averaging, Clark.
And that shot difficulty on that make was really high. He had to bounce right, clear some space. Little step back three from 25, and he drilled it.
Harden with the right hand, scoop shot off the backboard. Puts it in for his first 2 points of the afternoon.
Nice scrappy bucket by Harden. Got the loose ball, was able to get his eyes up on the backboard and finish with the little scoop shot.
So man-to-man pressure here from Rose-Hulman. Dribble drive, step back again, thought about it. Dishes it off to the big man, lowers his shoulder, and that's going to be what I thought from here was a charge.
I thought McGowan was in a pretty good position, Tony, myself. From our angle, looks like he beat him to the spot. But they'll set up a blocking foul.
Perfect time to think officially human. Our mission is restore respect to game officials. They'll turn around right-handed hook shot goes in. Nicely done there. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and court. Thank you to our officials. Without them, we don't play. Sportsmanship's everyone's job. Right on cue. We've got a foul called. And Rose-Hulman will head to the free throw line for the first time this afternoon.
Rocco Ritchie comes off of that curl cut, ready to shoot. Gets contact on the arm. He'll earn a trip to the free throw line.
The freshman, 72% on the season. These will be his 19th and 20th attempts on the year. Puts it in. Rose-Hulman back within one. Minute 15 gone by, first half. On a snowy, cold afternoon here in Paradise. Second free throw spins around. Clark, I said it from us shooting out there. I don't like this rim. I'm gonna get with somebody. We're gonna bolt this rim, and there's just too many balls spinning out on this end.
There are a lot of certainly a lot of shots that we've seen from the women's contest earlier today. A lot of them spin out.
McGowan on the defense, little scoop shot, good. And that's Hunter Penn with back-to-back right-hand hook shots, puts it in for his fourth point.
Hunter Penn, just a strong individual, is able to create some space. Little baby hook, it's pretty unguardable.
Sounds like a bank, Hunter Penn. Dribble drive right side, Rocco Ritchie with the basketball, gets it back up top, McGowan, swings it, Harden. Waits for the screen, gets it, steps in to a wide-open three off the back iron, no good. Transylvania, the Pioneers, control the board. They'll push the tempo. Behind the back dribble, right side, nice dump off pass. Had a good look at a layup, thought twice about it, pull it back out, reset, 20 on the shot clock.
Looking for Penn inside, establishing position.
He's got it. McGowan gets a hand in there, forces the turnover. Harden has it. Hesitates, dribble drive, kicks out corner, he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, good call. That was excellent defensive pressure by Transy, just to get it kind of a one arm on him and kind of guide him that way. Harden just stepped on the line, or else it looked like Rose had a nice opportunity for a driving kick there.
Yeah, just dribble drive, got in a little bit too deep there. Good defense recovery here by Rose-Hulman. Swing out, 3-ball, top key, in and out, no good. Ball batted around, and it'll go to Rose-Hulman.
Now, I think the rim on that side is a little more friendly.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see here. We haven't seen them too much go down low. I know there's a little bit of a size advantage, but we'll see if they can get Miles McGowan going here early on in this first half. He hasn't gotten too many offensive touches here to start this one.
Well, McGowan 6'7", Penn for Transy 6'5", but Penn a little more stronger than McGowan, so he's going to have to use his basketball IQ to get around him.
Ritchie thought about it, pump fakes, and he's fouled. It'll be on the ground. So Cole Pride out there with Rocco Ritchie, Miles McGowan, Kobe Studemeyer, and Bradley Harden. We'll have our first substitution of the afternoon as Dakota Caps will check in for Transylvania. Harden inbound, 20 on the shot clock, just under 17 to play here first half. Here's McGowan, double team comes, shakes out of it, ball deflected. Harden, dribble drive, up with it, off the backboard, no good. Full court pass, battle for it, and I think they're going to get Studemeyer on the foul here.
Dangerous pass, but what you see again, the athleticism of Jalen Green. He almost looked like he was running a post pattern there for the Transylvania football team. He was able to catch it in traffic.
So Transy with the basketball, leading by 4. Green has it. He's got a 3-ball so far, dribble drive, and a foul's going to be charged to Cole Pride there on the reach-in.
Yeah, tough decision there by Pride. Does he overhelp and stop the drive? Because if you do that, then your man's going to be wide open for a 3. So just something, a defensive philosophy that the coaching staff has to establish, and Pride tried to get in there and stop the ball, but was called for the foul.
Savovich checks in here for Rose-Hulman. 3 team fouls for the Fighting Engineers with 3:28 gone by first half. Jalen Green has it. Dribble drive left side. Double team comes from McGowan. Nice job defensively by Rose-Hulman. Swing up top, 3-ball in the air, good. Simon Smith, the 6'4" senior, knocks it down. It's the largest lead of the first half for Transylvania. 10-3 early as we reach the 16-minute mark of the first half. Harden has it. McGowan sets the screen. Swing left side. Savovich, McGowan hesitates, dribble drive, lowers a shoulder, and he's swatted away. Still has it. Collects, shoots, mid-range jumper. Put it in, so nice job there by Miles McGowan to recover from the block and step into a nice jump shot.
Great composure to track down that block shot and turn around and not rush it. Hit a nice little 12-footer. Maybe that'll get Miles going.
Caps has it down low, stolen away by McGowan, so great position there. Deflection came, and now Rose-Hulman looks to go on a run here. They've cut it to a 5-point deficit, 10-5. We'll have a foul on the ground. This one will be charged to Transylvania and Simon Smith. So McGowan here gets swatted from behind and says, all right, I'll still take this and knock it down. McGowan's first 2, and we have a timeout on the court with 15:21 remaining. We'll take it with them, 10-5 Transy on RHIT.TV.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We are back here from Rose-Hulman. Oh, almost. We got to had our way, though. Thank you. From the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. I just got me a hat. I don't know what the herd is. That must be Rose-Hulman, but I'm wearing it, baby.
That's the hat.
I'm
yeah,
switching
the
it up.
herd. There you go.
4 or 5 shooting here for Transy. What does Rose-Hulman need to do defensively?
Well, Rose-Hulman really just got to continue to contest and battle. Hunter Penn has been a beast inside, and what a complimentary piece he is to Jalen Green on the perimeter.
I got me a beanie, baby, a Rose-Hulman.
Really nice.
Beanie, the herd, I like it. Rose-Hulman down 5. We got to get you one.
I got to get me a hat.
Dribble drive left side up under. Great block by Miles McGowan, and Rose-Hulman in transition. Under 15 to play, first half, 10-5 Transylvania. McGowan up top, swings it to Harden. Janine gets down low. They find McGowan, has an open hole to the rim, ball on the ground, 10 on the shot clock. Double team comes. Back up top, 3 ball in the air, off the front of the rim, no good. And here comes Jalen Green, dribble drive, maybe a little bit too much. He took it down to the floor with them. That's a travel.
Yeah, good job by Harden, just trying to keep Green in front of him. Caused the turnover there just by simply moving his feet and keeping and just taking a look at Green's number. Not watching all the head fakes, not falling for the fakes, but keeping it in front of him, creating that turnover.
Harden dribble drive, hesitation. The reverse layup off the window. He's got 4 of the first 7 points here for Rose-Hulman.
Very impressed by how Harden changed his speeds on that drive, Tony. Started off kind of slow, but really exploded to the basket as he got into the lane.
Green with it. Swing right side, thought about a 3 pump fake, steps into a long-range jumper, back iron no good. Rebound belongs to Rocco Ritchie and the Fighting Engineers. He finds Harden. Harden left side. Dribble up, step back, 3 ball in the air, good! We're tied at 10 as Savovich puts it in from downtown.
A little 7-0 run by the Fighting Engineers, and we're tied at 10. Simon Blair, Tony, really battling Hunter Penn on the post, giving him a different look, someone that can match him as far as his size and strength.
7 on the shot clock, dribble drive, and a foul will be on the ground. It'll be on Savovich. Let's take a look back at that 3 ball from Savovich on that last possession to tie it up at 10.
Yeah, just a nice step back to create some space. Hand down, man down. He's able to put it in from behind the arc and tie this game up.
Mama, there goes that man. Isn't that what Mark Jackson says?
That's what he says.
So inbound here, 13-11 on the clock, 20 on the shot clock. Off the screen, wide open 3, in and out, no good. Rebound put back up and in by Dakota Caps.
Nice athletic play there by Caps, unaccounted for as he was the passer on the inbounds play.
No cap on the rebound and put back there, and an offensive foul here on the moving screen. We'll give the ball back to Transylvania.
Like what you did there, Tony.
Dynamite dropping money. So Green will get his first rest of the afternoon, averaging 33 minutes per contest. Transylvania with the basketball. It was a quick 5-0 run for Rose-Hulman to tie it at 10. Transy with that last second chance bucket goes back up by 2. And we're going to have another offensive foul. This one will be charged to number 23, Hunter Barr.
Yeah, good call by the official. He called it down on one end, so the expectation was the same on Rose when they were on defense, and they got that same call too. So now those people that are setting those ball screens. Got to make sure that they establish themselves and don't lean one way or the other. And it's also the job of the ball handler to make sure you come shoulder to shoulder and make sure that's a tight play.
Troy McManus out there, the freshman for Rose-Hulman. Spin move, dribble, drive, off the window. Savovich puts it in. He's got 5 straight, and we're tied at 12. 12:25 to play first half.
Great individual take there by Rose on offense. Ties the game up at 12, and then getting it done on the defensive end.
So a great crowd here for Rose-Hulman. A quick steal, up under, off the backboard, good. And Savovich says, I'm going to do it myself. It's a 7-0 personal run, and RHIT, the Fighting Engineers, back on top, 14-12. Their first lead of the contest, under 12 minutes to play, first half. Right side, dribble drive, spin move. Batted around, great defense here. Ball loose, stolen away. Savovich has it. Can we get a heat check for our guy here? One-on-one, swings it. Studemeyer has it, looks to go down low. They won't. Swing up top off the screen.
Whoa!
3-ball. Buckets, Troy McManus, the lefty. And it's a big-time run here, 12-2 for Rose-Hulman. They have a 5-point advantage, 17-12.
Nice shot by McManus. Caught that in rhythm, stepped in and knocked it down. And now Rose with the rebound looks to continue this lead.
Janingas with the rebound. Studemeyer says, I'm going to take it. Dribble drive, left side, kick out. Mid-range, right-hand shot. Good. Savovich puts it in. 19-12 Rose-Hulman. It is a 14-2 run here. Next dead ball under 12-minute media timeout. Transy gets away with the travel. Kicks it back up top. All this with Miles McGowan on the bench, the leading scorer for Rose-Hulman. Dribble drive right side, deflected. 9 on the shot clock. Corner 3 ball in the air, good.
Well, that's a nice shot there by Napier in the corner. A contested shot at that.
Yeah, much needed 3 there. They'll go down low. They had him hooked. It'll be deflected, and we'll have a timeout. So Rose-Hulman getting high percentage looks. That's led to a big run. They lead 19-15, 10:23 to play. First half, you're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.
575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new Living Mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
We are back here from Terre Haute, Rose-Hulman. 19-15 leaders. Pretty big run here for the Fighting Engineers, and it's been all Savojevic.
Yeah, 8 of 13 from the field, 61%, 2 of 4 from three-point range. Getting it done on the rebounds as well.
Savovich, my apologies. He has it, right side. Savovich dribble drive, steps into a jump shot, short. Rebounded by Transylvania. Left side comes Transylvania. Again, it's a 14-5 run currently for Rose-Hulman. Savovich with 8 points.
Good defensive stand here by Rose. Shot clock down to 5.
Forces a mid-range jumper. Cocks it back and nails it. That's Jackson Smith.
You know, that last two shots that Transy's hit have been contested jump shots, Tony. Sometimes you just tip your cap, and they made a tough shot the last two times down.
That's just Smith's 9th point on the season. Right side three ball, no good. McGowan tips it. And how are you going to – so McGowan tips it, goes for it, gets tripped. And McGowan's going to be called for the foul.
That's his second, Tony. He's going to have to take a seat on the bench. Coach won't want him to get his 3rd foul, but that was a tough one to get. Seemed like he was retreating to get the ball. And
Let's see here, off the rebound, deflected.
Unless they called it over his head, yeah.
Had to be before he fell. Tough break there by Rose-Hulman, as they were looking for a second chance opportunity. 9:25 to play. First half, they lead it by 2. Transylvania with the basketball. Little down low, high post action. And another look at a good 3 here. This one off the back iron, no good. But there's Hunter Penn for the rebound, and a second chance opportunity as Transylvania resets. 12 on the shot clock.
Those long 3-point shots, Tony, lead to long rebounds, and so that's how Transy got this extra possession.
Dribble drive, kick out, a 3 ball in the air off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by McManus, he has it. Dribble drive, left side. Studemeyer up top, little swing, far side. Leads to a 3 ball, good. They should count it. And a foul.
Well, that's the debate because Jinigas got fouled on the baseline.
And Savovich puts it in for 3, and an offensive and a defensive foul.
Let's take a look. Here you see the contact down below with Penn and Jinigas.
Look, it was simultaneous, and they're going to count it.
So you count the basket, and that's the second foul, I believe. And it looks like on the scoreboard they're giving it to, I think it was 40. Well, it should be Penn. Yeah, it's first foul on Penn. So that's team foul number 5 on Transy. So Rose-Hulman should get the 3-point basket and the ball out of bounds.
And that would give Savovich 10 points here in the first half. He has been hot early and often. So the referees will discuss it. It's a great time for us to tell you about our friends at Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. They offer traditional food like Grandma used to make. A great staff and even better food. Check us out Wednesday through Sunday. Call ahead 317-760-1640. This broadcast is copyrighted by RHIT.TV and the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology is prohibited. So Rose-Hulman already 3 points on this possession. Then the foul away from the shot. They lead 22-17, 8:39 to play here first half. Clark Savovich has been hot. He has 10.
4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, giving you some nice bonus points off the Rose-Hulman bench.
Inbound pass comes in. Blair has it. Finds Studemeyer. Hesitates. Dribble drive. Right hand. Bucket. And we are en route to a 6-point possession here for Rose-Hulman as Studemeyer, Hezi, dribble drive, fouled, and one. Put him on the line, Clark.
Got his shoulders ahead of the defender. Was able to turn his body so that his right hand is in front. Defender tried to block it. Loses his verticality. Creates a foul and one opportunity. And as you said, Tony, a chance for a 6-point swing on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, it could be a 6-0 run here. And the ball hasn't passed half court. Studemeyer's free throw for the and one is good. So 6 points on one possession for Rose-Hulman to push their lead to 8, 25-17, 8:28 to play first half. Green back in the game, the leading scorer for Transylvania. Cross-court pass, right side dribble, great defense. And they're going to get Rocco Ritchie with the body foul.
Yeah, something subtle on that play, though. Hunter Penn in the post was able to take his man up the lane, which allowed the Jalen Green to drive, or not Jalen Green, but Jackson Smith able to get to the paint.
1-1 here. Transylvania in the bonus here on out. First free throw, good. Wheeler Mission for over 125 years. Wheeler Mission has been a pillar of the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Volunteer today, 317-686-6239. Both free throws, good. 25-19. Got a man wide open, deep pass deflected, and a good job there by Jalen Green of Transylvania for deflecting the pass. Deep was Simon Blair, wide open. Just a little bit too short and about a second behind on the pass. Nonetheless, Rose-Hulman will inbound once again, this time on their own end, 8:18 to play first half.
That's something Transylvania will do, Tony, is they'll change up those defenses and press.
Off of the inbound, Harden finds Studemeyer on the screen. Bucket. He's got 6 straight points, 9 points in the last 2 possessions for Rose-Hulman. And we're going to have a foul here on Harden, just held up Transylvania briefly, and they'll head back to the free throw line for the 1-1.
How about this, Tony? Rose-Hulman, 4 of 7 from three-point line. That is 57%. A team that only shoots 31% from the three-point area.
Free throw, no good. Studemeyer has it, 8-minute mark, first half. Harden swings. Janingas. Swing it around the arc. Studemeyer, dribble drive, penetrates. Gets underneath, thinks twice about it. Kicks it back out, 9 on the shot clock. Harden has it, mid-range. Both defenders in the air, thinks twice about a shot. 3 on the shot clock, 2 on the shot clock. Has he stepped back and gets the bank? Simon Blair with his first bucket. Uses the glass, and it's an 11-point lead, the largest by Rose-Hulman here in the first half.
Nice job by Blair of not rushing as the shot clock went down. He came to a jump stop. The defense left him, and he was able to use the backboard.
Green has he step back jumper, bodies on the ground, leads to Green on the offensive rebound, and he's going to put that one in, splishy splashy, to cut it to 9. 7 minutes to go, 30-21, Rose-Hulman.
He's just smooth. He can get any shot he wants. Now here comes the 1-3-1 trap that they'll show.
And Richie steps into a 3, and Rocco knocks it down. 33-21, 12-point lead, the largest for Rose-Hulman. And again, all this Clark being done with Miles McGowan on the bench.
Can't say enough about that, and they're getting it done from behind the three-point line. Now 5 of 8.
Penn has it. Dribble drive left side. Studemeyer gets a hand in the passing lane. And we have reached the media timeout. 6:35 to play first half. Rose-Hulman on a run. They lead 33-21. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.
We're doing things so quickly. A lot of times we know that we need help. So our professors all know us by name.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
That one-on-one personal connection you're getting with the faculty, you don't get that a lot of places.
We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. We work with them.
The faculty are there for you.
We are back, 6:35 to play first half. Rose-Hulman on a run, 33-21, and you got to like what you see here, Clark. The old bank shot at the horn for Simon Blair.
Yeah, Simon Blair there. There you see also the three-pointer by Richie, and get to the largest lead. Here's Simon Blair's bank shot as the time running down on the shot clock. A huge possession and the largest lead at 12 points. Let's look at some statistics to this point. Rose-Hulman with only 2 turnovers, Tony, and shooting 65% from the field, 62% from the three-point line, 5 of 8. On again, as you mentioned before we went into the break, all without leading scorer Miles McGowan, who's on the bench with 2 fouls.
Transylvania 6-1 in HCAC play, 11-3 overall. They lead the conference as of right now. Rose-Hulman coming in at 5-9, 3-4 in HCAC play. And as you mentioned, with Miles McGowan on the bench, everybody stepped up here for the Fighting Engineers. Inbound pass leads to a fadeaway left-handed jumper. James Stacy puts it in. Cuts it to a 10-point lead, 6:25 to play. Savovich will check in. Next dead ball. Harden has it up top. Wide open 3-ball. Splash. Harden's second three of the afternoon, 36-23. It's the largest lead for Rose-Hulman at 13.
And they're just shooting with confidence, and they're getting some wide open looks. Transy's going to have to make some adjustments to their half-court defense.
The left-handed jumper again. James Stacy puts it in. He's got back-to-back buckets. Keeps it at an 11-point deficit. Studemeyer, under pressure, fires a three, splash down, 14-point lead. It's raining three balls here in Terre Haute.
They're trading baskets, Tony. It's just twos for threes.
And I think we're going to have either a tech, if not, a bench warning on Transylvania. 22nd year head coach Brian Lane upset about a no call.
Yeah, and I think he just got a warning for being out of the coach's box. So just a warning there.
And we've all done it.
Well, what are boundaries?
Green has it. Shakes Harden loose. Steps into a three front end. No good. Harden there to corral the rebound. He'll push the tempo. Thought about a three. Hands it over. Wide open look off the front rim. No good. A good look there by Cole Pride. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, Pride being the trailer in that transition. Had a good look as loose ball. Nice hustle by Green to keep it from an over and back turnover.
Green corrals it. Hezzy fades. Right-handed hook shot. No good. And a great job there by Cole Pride to corral the rebound and protect the basketball. 5 minutes to play. First half, 14-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Savovich.
Oh!
He is hot. He knocks down another tray ball, and he's barking. 42-25, Rose-Hulman, 17-point lead. Off the dribble drive, three ball in the air, short. Cole Pride at the rebound. Harden has it. If they can push this to 20, I think the roof will blow off the joint. That was close. No call there. Thought he was out of bounds. It's a 5-on-4. Green, leading scorer, three ball, good. Back down to a 14-point lead.
So smooth is Green from the perimeter.
42-28. We reach the 4-minute mark here, first quarter. Harden, dribble drive. Pulls it back out, tries to go down low. A long two, wide open off the front rim, no good. Offensive rebound, up with it is Cole Pride, and he's fouled, and they'll put him on the free throw line.
Nice effort by Cole Pride. They try to get him on the roll as we see Savovich's three. Again, just kind of a heat check. Savovich now with 13 points, 3 of 3 from three-point line.
So some huge first half buckets here by Savovich, who only averages on the season 5 points, as Pride's first free throw is good. 4:02 to play first half, 43-28 Transylvania. We'll have an awesome halftime interview coming up for you. Tim Yount, talk about track and field, his senior year expectations. 3-time HCAC indoor champ in the triple jump. I couldn't jump a lick.
In my mind, I was thinking triple jump. That'd be hard for me to do it twice.
I can't triple jump over a piece of paper. Second free throw, no good. Jalen Green has it. 15-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Three ball, air ball. Rebound McManus. He's got it. Swing. Savovich thought about the three. Up. Kicks it back out. Harden has it. Savovich. Corner three blocked. Corrals it. 18 on the shot clock. Harden wisely will slow it down. Reset the offense here for the Fighting Engineers. Screen comes. Harden, dribble drive, kicks it back up top. Three ball in the air, good! Cole Pride off the screen, and this is the hottest shooting we've seen from Rose-Hulman this season. They lead by 18.
Largest lead of the game, and that's right, Tony. They are on fire from downtown.
Green has it, trailing by 18. Under 4 media timeout coming next whistle. The crowd comes to their feet. Nice block, swatted away. Cole Pride says, get that out of here. And that'll take us to the under 4 media timeout. 2:57 to play. First half, it's been all Rose-Hulman. They lead 46-28. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 miles an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
.257 to play. First half here on RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. 46-28. The Fighting Engineers with a big lead over Transylvania. Clark, you got to love the downtown shooting on display here this afternoon from the Fighting Engineers.
6 Rose-Hulman players, 6 different players have hit a three-pointer, and in that offensive infusion of offense, seeing those shots go in has energized their defense, and they've picked up their level of intensity on that end of the floor as well to get lead to their biggest lead at 18 points right now.
Yeah, and as mentioned, doing this all with Miles McGowan on the bench with those 2 fouls. Their leading scorer. 46-28. Step back, Green, 3-ball at the horn, no good. Bat of the round. Studemeyer has it. Numbers for Rose-Hulman. Down low, up under, foul. And Cole Pride will go to the line. And he got hit hard. Look, maybe to be some knee-to-knee contact. You could see the pain coming from Pride. He'll lay on the ground, and I think we'll take a little bit of a breather here. It looks like it was his left knee. Might have just been a banging of knees there, which always stings. He'll get up. He'll walk it off. He'll head to the free throw line to try to make this a 20-point lead for the Fighting Engineers.
Yeah, good effort by Pride. Just down in transition, attacking the rim. He'll earn a trip to the free throw line. It looks like Simon Blair might check in for him if he's able to hit this second free throw.
First free throw spins out. Correct me if you've heard that one before. Second free throw. Battle off the rim, no good. Transylvania with the ball, trailing by 18. That's the largest lead of the afternoon for Rose-Hulman. Green has it, waits for a screen, gets it, left-handed dribble drive, kick out, thought about a 3. Lowering the shoulder, a little bit off balance, and there for the rebound is Cole Pride. And we're going to have a quick timeout. Rose-Hulman, that'll be to get Cole Pride out of there after banging knees. He'll head to the bench. Simon Blair will check back in. 30-second timeout, and Clark, Rose-Hulman with 2:22 to go and an 18-point lead. They've been sharing the rock and getting good looks and taking advantage of them.
Yeah, especially when they trailed early, 10-3. Transy had a 7-point lead in the first few minutes of this contest. Since then, it's been all Rose with a big-time run of 43-18 run since those opening minutes. They're getting it done, as we said, behind the three-point line, 9 of 14. With leading scorer Miles McGowan on the bench with 2 fouls, and you don't anticipate him coming back. It's with Miles on the bench, it allows them to play a little bit more on the perimeter, a lot more drive and kick, and a lot more positionless basketball.
Studemeyer has it. Blair sets the screen. Up top, 2:11 to play. 16 seconds on the shot clock. 3-ball in the air. Back iron, no good. Transylvania with the rebound. Stallman has it. 3-ball. Good. They can score quick. Daniel Mullins knocks it down. It's a 15-point lead, under 2 to play. First half.
Nice shot by Mullins, being able to step in. With the 3-point shot, you're never out of it. And certainly tons of time for Transy to fight back.
Rose-Hulman doing a great job rotating the ball. Savovic's 3-ball, it's nothing but the floor, but a great save by Blair. They'll reset. Nothing on the shot clock. Got to put it up at the horn. Another air ball. It'll be a shot clock violation. Hey, I don't usually mention high school scores. This one just came across my timeline. Hamilton Heights beats Tipton 103-6.
Oh my!
Cam Runner ends with 64 points. Well, we didn't lose by 100.
Wow, that's a lot.
64 and a 103-6 win. And another 3-ball. This one, Colby Napier. And that 18-point lead now down to 12. A quick 6-0 spurt by Transylvania. A minute to play first half. Harden hesitates. Left side. 3. Off the rim. No good.
Those 3-point shots that were falling. They missed the last couple of opportunities.
Another 3. This one good. 3 straight 3 balls. 9 in a row. And it's cut an 18-point lead down to 9 over the last minute 14. Rose-Hulman with the basketball. 10-second differential shot and game clock.
Rose is going to slow it down a little bit here. Try to get a good shot before halftime, and then get in the defensive stance and contest Transy's 3-point shooting.
Harden with it, dribble drive. Has a bigger man on him, goes into the lane, blocked from behind. 10 seconds on the clock. Transylvania in transition, scoops it up, blocked. And we're going to have a foul. We'll see who it was on. Thought it might be all ball.
I think it's on Savovic, who I think they didn't call it up top. I think that he had the right hand on his back, and there's where the foul occurred.
Yeah, it looked like it was a clean block, but it obviously brought him back from behind. And this 9-0 run can continue here for Transylvania. First free throw good. It's a 10-0 run over the last minute 52.
Certainly. Yeah, it was 46-28. So a 10-0 run with a chance to cut it even further as Daniel Mullins is at the free throw line.
Second free throw, good. Rose-Hulman have 6.3 seconds to do something with it. They will take a 30-second timeout. Really good first 17 or so minutes here for Rose-Hulman, but Transylvania is certainly taking the momentum back here with 6.3 to play in the first half.
Well, they've made some shots. They hit 3 shots in a row from behind the 3-point line. And got them right back in the game. You know, we talked about how Rose-Hulman was hot from 3-point. Transylvania is shooting 41%. They're 7-17 from behind the arc as well. So, again, it can get you back into the game or it can shoot you out of a game. So, if you're Rose-Hulman here, you need a good shot. Both teams are in a bonus. So, keep attacking the basket. Get your shooters in the corner, Savovic and McManus, and see what you can get this last 6.3 seconds.
6.3 to play. Ball comes in, Stoudemire. Downhill with it, gets a screen, dribbles through traffic, bounces around. It's going to go off his foot out of bounds. A little bit of a lackluster final 6 seconds there for Rose-Hulman. Tried to dribble it between 2 defenders. With 0.2 left, nothing you could really do here. Excuse me, they're going to put 0.5 on. So you got a chance at a catch and shoot here. Have to get it off quickly. They'll run the old Bryce Drew, going deep, deflected, puts it up, no good. And we have reached halftime here from Terre Haute on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, where the Fighting Engineers have a 46-39 advantage over Transylvania. A really good 17 minutes of play there by Rose-Hulman, but it's an 11-0 run to close out the half for Transylvania, Clark.
Yeah, and Transylvania found their rhythm, and it was other guys stepping up beside Jalen Green, executing from behind the line. Napier hit a couple of shots as well, so got him back into the game. Down 18 or down 7, it's a lot different outlook, so both coaches will make adjustments. So for Rose-Hulman, you're going to have Miles McGowan available in this second half as he picked up 2 fouls there and had to sit for most of that majority of that first half.
So it looks like we're going to get a little quick fixing of the shot clock on the far side basket here. We have reached halftime of game number 2 of our doubleheader here on RHIT.TV. HCAC battle, the number 1 team in the conference, Transylvania. They trail the home Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers 46-39. We'll have a halftime interview for you. We'll get some stats as well. You're watching RHIT.TV.
If there is one thing wrong in your aircraft, you're gonna fail. Finding the right answer and trying again, that's really what dragged me to aerospace. This is a 3D printed airplane which I made over my freshman year at Rose-Hulman that can be radio controlled and flown. I saw other people making amazing stuff on 3D printers, and I thought if I combine that art of 3D printing with engineering, I could make something as complex as an airplane. So I got the idea as a sophomore in high school, and I just tried. I did it. I failed a couple times, but it all changed when I came to Rose-Hulman. I got in touch with Dr. Riley, who is an aerospace and ME professor, who really asked me great questions about the concepts of my design. So pursuing such project as a freshman, it just lets me feel amazing that I have still 3 years to do something much more complex than this, and it will lead me much further.
Welcome back to Holbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. It's halftime of the men's game where Rose-Hulman leads Transylvania by a score of 46-39. Joining us for our halftime show is Tim Yount of the track and field for Fighting Engineers. Tim, welcome. What are your senior year expectations this winter and I guess spring?
Yeah, thanks for letting me come on. This year, we'd really love to get back to that national meet like I was last year. There's a couple of us on the team that are really eyeing that, and we actually put in some great performances last night at our first meet of the year. And we're sitting in pretty good spots right now, even though it's really early in the year, but we're just looking to build on that and really just make a push for that national mark.
Last year, you were a national qualifier in the triple jump. When did you get started in the triple jump? That's not something that I think at least high schools in Indiana really do during a track meet.
No, I'm not from Indiana. I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Did you guys have triple jump in high school?
Yeah, we did.
Really?
I didn't get into it until my senior year of high school, actually, though. I was mainly a hurdler up until my junior year, and then my coach, he came to me and he was like, hey, I want you to just try a few other things. And one of those things was triple. I didn't really get to do it in competition junior year, but then senior year I got to actually compete, and which is kind of funny to me because I came in mainly as a hurdler here because I have so much less triple jump experience, but just kind of the way things work out, that's the one that I'm a lot better at.
Are there specific coaches in track, like maybe in other sports, like in volleyball you might have a hitting coach or a setting coach, or in basketball, a shooting coach or whatever? Are there specific coaches in track and field?
Yes, we have a jumps coach, Liz Evans. She was one of the best, probably the best D3 high jumper in women's D3 history. She has a ton of records at our school. I think she probably still has the D3 record for the women's high jump. And she's a great coach. She goes and she trains with us because she's still competing at the national level for trying to compete for the Olympics and things like that. And so she trains us really hard. And there's not like a ton of us, and so you really get like one-on-one personal attention. And we've really hit it off in a way that allows me and some of our other guys to really get the most out of our training program.
Are there specific fundamentals that carry over from a long jump to a triple jump or even a high jump? Are there specific areas that kind of coordinate with each one?
Yeah, I think it definitely is like specific areas. If you look at like body types, especially, some of them are similar, but mainly they're kind of like 3 different ways of applying force in your body. And some people are just better at certain ones than others. So for me versus my best friend, who's also a 5th year senior, Kyle Brownell, he's our high jumper who's also at a national level. He's a lot better at applying his force just like from his foot vertically, and I'm just a lot better at like carrying my momentum through impact.
Well, you're a three-time HCAC indoor champ in the triple jump. You had a home opener last night. You placed first with a jump of 47 feet 4.5 inches. That mark ranks fourth in the NCAA in the Division III so far this season. That was a pretty good one, huh?
Yeah, it was a PR for me there. I really wasn't expecting to be doing that this early in the season, so that was really nice to kind of do that on my last jump of the night, especially since long jump early in the night didn't really go that well. I was having a lot of board issues and things like that, but yeah, that felt really good to get that one kind of out of the way, and now we can really start to push it and critique certain specific aspects of the jump.
When you're talking about improvements in your jumping style, and I mean, if you're going 47 and 4.5 feet, that's impressive. What would be a goal, where would distance-wise, where you would try to get to?
Yeah, for me, goal-wise, I'm kind of eyeing the indoor record would be one of them, which is, I believe, 48.5, I want to say, somewhere in that range. But that record's been standing for over 45 years, and so that's something that I've been really working towards and hope to get at some point this season.
Well, it seems like you're only a foot away from that. Tell us about these competitions, these Friday Night Spike series at Rose-Hulman. Who all comes to participate in those events?
Yeah, so last night we had WashU and Manchester come in. WashU is a nationally recognized school in track and field, especially their women's program is one of the best 3 teams in the country. Their men is also really, really good, so it's great competition for us. We love hosting meets here. Coach loves to host meets. He'd rather do it here than go places, I think. We just have that reputation that we host really good meets, and that when people come here, they know that they're going to have a good experience with the meet.
Well, the indoor facility here at Rose-Hulman is fantastic, and is certainly second to none when it comes to everything it has to offer. How's school going?
School is good. Yeah.
You didn't think me. Yeah. And what are you majoring in?
I'm a mechanical engineering major. I'm in my 5th year. I took a co-op last fall, so I wasn't actually here. So I have a little bit of a lighter workload at the moment, which is really nice, and it lets me focus a little bit more on the athletic side and get to where I want to go with that.
That's fantastic. Any other hobbies?
Mainly watching sports. I love coming to games for basketball, watch all the football games and stuff like that. Other than that,
just
it's
chill?
Pretty much, yeah, it's mainly track, school, chill, and sports.
Well, sounds great. Well, we'd like to thank Tim Yount for coming and being our halftime guest. Again, he's a 3-time HCAC indoor champion and a national qualifier. Thanks for coming, Tim. Best of luck to you in the upcoming season and the rest of indoor season. We'll take a short break. We'll come back and give you some stats and some keys to the second half of this matchup. Rose on top of Transy by 7.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose Rocketry. I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
$575 of them from 40 states and 19 countries, with a record-breaking number of applications. Did you forget about Rose's outstanding class of 2023 and how 99% of the graduates have landed a position in their dream fields, graduate school, or the military?
The renovations to Munch Hall are finally complete, so I'm sure he'll have plenty to eat at the updated Munch Cafe by the new living mall.
We just broke ground on a new residence hall that will be ready for fall 2025.
We celebrated a record-breaking homecoming with more than 2,000 alumni, students, and friends commemorating the 100th anniversary of the bonfire with our first ever drone show. We also welcomed 267 employers for our fall career fair. And perhaps the greatest gift of all, the Wall Street Journal named us to one of the top 20 best colleges in America, and U.S. News & World Report named us the #1 undergraduate engineering college. You can be a little old for a lot of things, but you're never too old or too far away for Rose-Hulman. 2023 was a year of adventurous journeys, of coming together, of growth. No matter how far away you roam this holiday season, you will never be truly alone as long as Rose is your home.
We're back here at recess from Terre Haute. Rose-Hulman with a 46-39 lead over the top team in the HCAC, Transylvania, here on a cold, wintry Saturday afternoon. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Probably the best 17 minutes of basketball we've seen out of Rose-Hulman, but Transylvania stealing back some momentum there to end the first half.
Yeah, Rose had it clicking on all cylinders, and the drive and dish game was working. They were connecting from three-point line, got them out to a big 18-point lead, but Transylvania caught fire themselves, hit 3 threes in a row, and cut it to single digits.
Looking at some of the first half stats, and a lot of this damage that Rose-Hulman did was without their top scorer, Miles McGowan. He only played 6 minutes and 35 seconds. He's got 2 points after getting into some foul trouble there, but a lot of Daniel Savovic, Simon Blair stepping up, Kobe Stoudemire. It was a full team effort that first half.
It certainly was. If you look at the field goal shooting, Transy had 48%, the Roses 53%. Transy 7-17 from the three-point line, Rose 9-17 from the three-point line. Rebounds 18 to Transy to Rose's 16. And we take a look at turnovers, really a low turnover game, only 6 for Transy and 4 for Rose. If we look at the scoring also for the first half, Transylvania led in scoring by Napier. He had 9 on 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Other scorers include Teague with 4, Smith with 3, Penn had 4, Green with 8, Mullins 5, Caps 2, and Smith 4. And for Rose-Hulman, they're led in scoring by Savovic, who had 13 points. He was 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Ritchie has 4. Stoudemire has 9. Pride has 4. Harden with 7 points. McGowan with 2. McManus with 3. Jenikis with 2. And Blair with 2.
Yeah, and you look at that Rose-Hulman scoring in that first half. It really got him sparked with a 6-point possession. It was a 3-ball from the outside and a foul down low, which the 3-ball counted, and then Harden got to the rim for an and one and completed that. It was as big of a lead as 18 points for Rose-Hulman. They used a 9-0 run at one point. They'd really flipped the script by 25 points. They trailed by as many as 7 early on at 9-2, I believe. Maybe it was 10-3. But then Rose-Hulman on a run, but the end of the half there belonged to Transylvania. But if you look at the scoring here, as you mentioned, they've done a pretty good job of forcing Jalen Green, the #1 scorer for Rose-Hulman, into some tough shots. He's just 2 of 5 from downtown with 8 points.
Yeah, 3 of 7, so you got to continue to keep a hand in front of him. Where he's going to get a lot of his points is in transition, right? And so part of that also comes from getting good shots on the offensive end. So if you get good shots, you get a higher percentage of making them, and that eliminates that rebound and push and getting in your secondary break.
9 players have played for Rose-Hulman this afternoon. All 9 have scored. Again, that shows the balance of scoring, even with Miles McGowan on the bench.
It certainly does, and you got to give credit to a lot of these guys who are just stepping up and knocking down jump shots that are wide open. You know, they had a lot of open looks, so credit the unselfish play that Rose-Hulman had. How about 9 assists for Rose-Hulman on that first half?
Yeah, very balanced here. Points off turnovers for Rose-Hulman, 9. Points in the paint, 14-6 in favor of Rose-Hulman. Second chance opportunity, 6-4 in favor of Rose-Hulman as well. And then you look at the bench points. Both teams with 20 points coming off of their respective benches. as we get ready here for the second half of play. Rose-Hulman will have the basketball. They inbound it. Studemeyer has it. That's how we will start. 46-39, your score. Just underway here, second half. Miles McGowan back into the game with those 2 fouls. Dribble drive, Studemeyer kicks it out. Harden has it. Drives, dish, great extra pass. Just missed on the bucket. And Transylvania will push in transition. See that 5 times fast. Up under with the scoop shot layup. Good for Matt Teague. He's got 6.
Nobody stopped the ball. Teague continued to just go down the lane. Someone's going to step up for Rose-Hulman and make him make a decision to shoot or pass and stop the ball in transition.
McGowan on the block. Left-handed dribble. Spins. Pump fake. Misses. Own rebound. He swatted, but Rose-Hulman will maintain possession. And we know that with Miles McGowan. He likes to put you in a spin cycle there. Just got it to roll off the rim, followed his shot, batted out of bounds from behind. So with 20 seconds on the shot clock, Rose-Hulman will reset. Studemeyer goes back door, cut, extra pass, and Pride, I thought, was going up for it. Excuse me. That is Jenigas going up for it, but they're going to call it on the ground, so it'll be another inbound play here. Less than a minute gone by. Second half.
And Rose-Hulman attacking the paint.
3 ball off the inbound pass for Ritchie is short. Transylvania has it. They're within 5. That's the closest they've been since about the 14-minute mark of that first half. They go down low. Double team comes. They'll swing. Studemeyer deflects it. And they'll have to get back, and we have a travel. A great job there by Studemeyer getting his hand in the passing lane, disrupting that tempo offensively for Transylvania.
Yeah, although he didn't get a steal, that forced Transylvania to kind of hurry up as they caught the ball on the wing and just moved the pivot foot before they got the dribble and established the move, and that was the travel.
Ritchie has it up top. Studemeyer back over. 20 on the shot clock. Dribble drive, big man on him. Gets by him, and it's going to be a foul on the ground here. And I believe quickly that's the second team foul, if not mistaken, of the half for Transylvania.
Yeah, and that would be Hunter Penn's 3rd foul, so he's going to have to really be careful. He's someone that's really counted on and averages about 9 points a game.
Studemeyer doing a great job there. Off the pump fake, gets down low and gets a paint point there. Put him up for 2 more. And it's a nice start here to the second half for Studemeyer. He has 11 on the afternoon. Backdoor cut blocked by McGowan. And that's his 3rd. That was close. And that'll bring Simon Blair into the game. And McGowan records his 3rd foul with just a minute 55 gone by here in the second half.
Well, Hunter Penn had a nice basket cut from the baseline and was able to initiate contact with his body and drew that foul.
First free throw rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Blair in for McGowan. Getting a lesson on defense and defending with your hands up. I thought it was a clean block, but obviously the officials didn't see it. Second free throw, good.
Here's a little run and jump that Transy will like to show. Let's see if they can pay with the 3.
Rose-Hulman breaks the pressure, leads to an open 3. Miss, down low, double team, fade away off the back iron, no good. Blair corrals the rebound. Last minute or 2 gone by. Been a little bit frantic of a pace. Blair has it. Studemeyer left side. Ritchie. Harden drives right side, stops, kicks it out. Blair steps into a 3. Back iron, no good. Right into the hands of Harden, who kicks it out. Studemeyer, good look at a 3 here, good. Second chance opportunity. Studemeyer's got 5 in a row. He's got 14 on the game, and it's back up to a 9-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
One of the best times to shoot that 3, Tony, is right after that offensive rebound. Studemeyer had his feet set as Harden was able to find him, knock down that 3.
So Harden will be charged for the foul here. As for Transylvania, Colby Napier will check back into the ballgame.
Napier leads Transy with 9 points in that first half off the bench.
Green inbounds. Napier has it. Will try to work down low. Swing it back up. Green has it, 15 on the shot clock. Beside Napier, 3 short. Blair with a great job there with the block out, gets the rebound. Harden has it. Back up top. Studemeyer. Under 17 to play. Second half. 51-42 Rose-Hulman. Ritchie tries to spin out of it. Gets the screen from Blair. Gets it right back, 10 on the shot clock. He'll dribble drive. Pivot foot fade away off the back iron, rolls out. Green has it. He'll push the tempo here for Transylvania. Trailing by 9. Dribble drive, up under, blocked. They're going to call a foul. And I think it's going to be, they're going to charge it to Harden. I thought it might have been on Jenigas.
Well, that's just Jalen Green getting in the open court, and that's why he averages over 20 points a game, because he can attack downhill and get to the basket anytime he wants.
Green's free throw good. So their leading scorer, Jalen Green, who is just 64% from the free throw line, averaging 21. He's got 9. Second free throw good. He's got 10.
Here comes some more run and jump press. It shows kind of a man-to-man at the beginning, and then one person will trap.
So Ritchie tries to dribble out of it. Double team. He's going to have to get it across, and he's fouled. He was fouled at midcourt. I believe that is the 3rd team foul, so 3 team fouls on both sides.
Now that's the run and jump press. You don't know who's going to be coming to trap as it looks like a man-to-man press, but a defender will leave it their man and go trap the basketball, and that becomes the confusion.
So Studemeyer has it. He gets it across the timeline. He'll reset, 20 on the shot clock. 16 minutes to go in this ball game. Harden tries to play one-on-one, goes down low, and we're going to have a foul called and charged to Colby Napier.
Yeah, Jenigas definitely has the advantage in the post when Napier's guarding him. Jenigas is 6'6". He's able to try to spin and score.
So the under 16 media timeout is here with 15:57 to go. Rose-Hulman with a 51-44 advantage. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV. Have you ever seen you've probably never seen a VCR. And we're back here from Rose-Hulman. Frantic start here, Clark, to the second half. The Fighting Engineers hold on to a 7-point advantage.
Yeah, really both teams scoring 5 points here to start the second half. So Rose keeping that 7-point lead as we start the second half here.
Studemeyer inbounds it. Again, Miles McGowan on the bench of those 3 fouls. Gets it right back, mid-range jumper. Butter puts it in. Back up to a 9-point lead. Studemeyer's been hot here in the second half. He's got 13 total. Napier tries to answer with a 3 short. Transylvania offensive rebound up and in. Count it, and put Simon Smith on the line.
Big rebound, big strong rebound by Simon Smith. is able to even get through 2 Rose-Hulman defenders and muscle it up on the backboard.
So we'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the and one. Front rimmed it, and it goes in.
Transy now in a press. Now we go to the diamond press.
They'll break it. Ritchie gets it across the timeline, finds Studemeyer. They'll slow it up. 20 on the shot clock, 53-47, 15-25 to play. Rose-Hulman looking for a 3rd consecutive win. And Clark, I would say this would be their biggest win of the season, knocking off the top team in the conference. Savovic drives, throws it up, miss, offensive rebound, 5 on the shot clock. Savovic is going to dribble into the leg of a Transy defender, and a foul will be charged. That is the 5th foul with 15:09 to go, the 5th team foul on Transylvania. So, Clark, you would expect Rose-Hulman to try to work it down low and be aggressive going towards the rack.
Yeah, as a 70% free throw shooting team on the season, you want to attack and get those easy opportunities from the free throw line.
Studemeyer with the basketball. Waits for the screen, gets it. Blair sets it, left-hand dribble, kicks it out. Savovic wisely thought about a 3. He'll drive. In trouble. Blair lowers a shoulder, hook shot, and the foul is going to be on the ground. Wheeler Mission. For 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been the pillar of the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing. 317-686-6239. Also, we want to thank Boilermaker 374, represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field from construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Start your career with Boilermaker Union Local 374, 219-845-1000. Blair down low, left-hand hook shot off the front of the rim, no good. Transylvania finds a man wide open, great pass off the window, good. And this is as close as Transylvania has been since the 15-minute mark of the first half. They've cut the deficit down to 4. It was 18 at one point. Yeah, Savovic dribble drive, doesn't get fouled, misses it off the backboard, and in transition again comes Transylvania. Bucket and 1. He says he's too little. And to the line goes Simon Smith. Well, if you're going to celebrate that, you better make sure you finish the and 1 here.
Well, that's what Transylvania is doing. They're going to be able to get these missed shots and turnovers and get in transition, get out and run. It's what they like to do. They score 84 points per game, and they're able to get back in this game and cut the lead down to 2, which was once at 18 points.
Yeah, it was 7 at the halftime, the largest lead. And, you know, if you're going to, like, I'm just going to say it, if you're going to point to being too little and you're going to point and show up your defender and then airball the free throw.
You got to hit the rim.
Airball the free throw. My guy should have to ride all the way back on the bus in the bathroom. All the way back to Lexington. That's your punishment, sir. Nonetheless, 2-point game. Rose-Hulman tries to break the press. They do. Savovic has it. Double team comes, thinks about it, kicks it back up. Harden. He'll slow it up. 14 minutes to play.
Tony Miles McGowan checked back into the game.
He's got the basketball, goes up with it. He's swatted away. Corrals the rebound. Savovic leads to a 3 long. McGowan another offensive rebound. Pump fake. McManus, left-handed 3, ball in and out, no good. And Transylvania said we're going to push this basketball. Goes down low. Napier kicks it right side. Green has it. Thought about a 3. They'll reset it. Swing it across the arc. Up top, Green. Pump fake. Back up top. Dribble drive. Penetration. Spin out of it. Left-handed mid-range jumper. And we're tied at 53.
Smooth jumper by Teague there. 6'4" senior coming under control and jump stops.
And Rose-Hulman will take a timeout. And it is a 30-second timeout. So the transition game working here for Transylvania. The top team in the conference has erased an 18-point first-half deficit. It was 7 at halftime, as many as 10 here in the second half. And Clark with 13:24 to go to play. 53 all here. Transylvania on a run.
Yeah, Teague, that puts him as a double-figure scorer. We look at some of the second-half stats, and Tony right away Rose-Hulman 3 of 15 here in the second half, only shooting 20%. And that's allowing transition baskets from Transylvania. They're not allowing offensive rebounds. They get out and move and push, and they're getting some really good looks on their secondary break, and have tied this ball game up.
Yeah, and look, when you look at Rose-Hulman's first half, right, we knew that they weren't going to probably shoot 52% from three here. You kind of hit the reset button here with 13:24 to go. What do you want to see offensively for Rose-Hulman out of this timeout?
Well, I play through Miles McGowan. He averages over 16 points a game. You know, he's a returning all-conference player. Get Miles McGowan the ball and play through him. If it's single coverage, let him go to work. He's very good at using his pivot foot and creating an angle to get to the basket and draw a foul. If they bring a double team, he's also unselfish enough to pass the ball out and find that open man. But got to get him involved in this half-court set.
He's only got 2 points, the leading scorer for Rose-Hulman. I believe just 2 points on the afternoon. Inbound, Harden corrals it. Off and running comes Rose-Hulman. Back up top, they will reset. Harden with it. Has a dribble, uses it. 10 on the shot clock. Picks it up, cross-court pass. Caught. It's Eddie Simon checking in for the first time. Simon in for the first time. Savovich. Shimmy shake into the lane, gets the roll, and it's back to a 2-point lead for Rose-Hulman and a much-needed bucket.
Much-needed bucket. There was a little bit of a scoring drought there for Rose-Hulman. Savovich is able to answer the call.
Green, the leading scorer, thought about a step-back three, finds Napier. Napier dribble drive with the right hand, rattles it home, and we're back tied at 55. So we start going back and forth here, 12 minutes to play, 12:25 to play in this ball game.
Well, and that's what you want to do on defense. Napier's a three-point shooter. You make a shooter drive and a driver shoot.
McGowan has it, kicks it out. Three is good, but a foul beforehand, and I believe that is the 7th foul? 6th or 7th. It'll be the 7th. So 1-on-1 here from Miles McGowan as he looks to get going here in the second half.
And as you're right, Tony, McGowan only 2 points to this point in the contest. So, see, a lot of times when a scorer goes to the free throw line, they see the ball go through the net. It does something for their confidence, and it helps them find a rhythm.
McGowan's first of the 1-and-1, good. So Studemeyer back in the game. Harden will get a breather. Second of the 1-and-1, good. So McGowan converts on both. He's got 4. 2-point lead.
Well, Transylvania, they've tied the game here on 2 or 3 occasions, but haven't really been able to get over the hump and retake that lead.
Dribble drive. Fouled off the rim, no good. And I believe that is going to be charged to Eddie Simon Jr. His first after just checking into the game, and that'll put Transylvania and Daniel Mullins to the free throw line.
Mullins has 5 points to his credit so far, 2 for 2 from the line, now 3 for 3.
Second free throw could tie it. And it does. 57 all, 12:03 to play.
Now, if you're Rose-Hulman, continue to be patient, continue to get that ball reversed a time or two, and again, get it into Miles McGowan and play through him.
And they will, on the block. Double team comes, spins out of it, right hand hook, back iron, no good.
That's what you want, though, if you're Rose-Hulman in a half-court set.
And a nice job there by Rose-Hulman to deflect the pass. We've reached the under 12-minute media timeout. With 11:41 to play, we are tied at 57. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.
So my goal is to get involved in space industry and learn about what lies beyond the Earth's horizon. I came across Rose rocketry I saw, hey, they're doing some really cool stuff. They're building rockets. I really grew a lot being as part of the team. Last year, through Rose Rocketry, I was able to attend SED's Space Vision 2022, which was a student conference for people who want to get involved in space. And I was able to go to Washington, D.C. and talk to so many people within the space industry who come together and say, this is what the next goals for space are. Being at Rose, I was able to hone my engineering skills to push myself to get involved in the field further and learn about all these different opportunities. And I don't think I would have really gotten that at a bigger university.
We're back here, 11:41 to play. Rose-Hulman at home, tied with Transylvania, 57 all, 11:41 to play. Tony Downey, Clark Chafin with you. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. We want to thank the Morales Group. Our mission is building better futures one story at a time. We acknowledge the whole person and their individual story. 317-472-7600. Hey, don't forget to unleash the power of passion. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Contact us, sales@indianasrn.org, to discuss how we can customize a sponsorship package that maximizes your brand exposure. We are the Central Indiana sports leader. Tony Downey, Clark Chafin with you. 11:32 to go, tied at 57. Napier unties it with a bucket, and this is the first time Transylvania has led since about the 16-minute mark of the first half.
Yeah, it was the first lead since it was 10-7 early on.
Studemeyer has it. McGowan sets the screen. Up top, wide open three, good! A much-needed deep ball for Rose-Hulman. Gideus puts it in.
Well, that's how they were getting those open looks earlier in the first half, those driving kicks.
And a one and done here for Transylvania. Studemeyer has it. They had a number, so reset. Swing left side. Ritchie goes down low. McGowan has it. He's going to go one-on-one. Has the size advantage. Spins, up, under, backboard, good. And he says, you're too little. You're too little.
He gave it back to him. McGowan just patient in the post. As long as he has enough space and enough room to back you down, get to the middle, and uses his pivot foot so well to create an angle.
We're nearing the halfway mark of the second half. Free ball, Napier, air ball, caught, and McGowan blocked him, but he got him with the body, and that is his fourth. I believe that's his fourth foul.
And I think Miles is frustrated just because somebody missed the block, and as you see, this move, a little up and under.
Too little. So to the free throw line goes Transylvania. First one, good. Daniel Mullins. McGowan checks out. Blair, Harden, check in.
And that's also the team's 7th foul, Tony, so we're in a bonus situation the last 10-13 here in the second half.
Yep, 7s on both sides, so free throws the rest of the way. And Clark, we talk about this on almost every level of basketball. When you get to this point in a tight game like this, the team that usually can convert from the free throw line to be the one that comes up the victor.
And both teams are shooting from the free throw very well today. 11 of 14 is Transy.
Second free throw spins out. Harden. Studemeyer, they'll go with the smaller two-guard set. Ritchie off a screen, three ball, no. Blair bats it around. Harden has it. Back to Ritchie, the reset, 18 on the shot clock.
That's about the third or fourth offensive rebound that Harden is able to get to.
So a miscommunication there on the side of Rose-Hulman leads to a turnover. Under 10 to play, 62-60, Fighting Engineers. Tony Downey, Clark Chafin with you.
If you're Rose-Hulman, you want to limit Transy to one possession here as far as no offensive rebounds, but a nice drive and take by Mullins.
Yeah, the up and under and the finish ties it back up, 62 apiece. Harden gets the Blair screen, thinks twice of it, goes to the right, pulls it back out. Might have had the back door there, 13 on the shot clock, pump fake. Dribble drive, a little shimmy shake, dump off, Blair, power dribble, left-handed, reverse layup, great pass there. by Rocco Ritchie, and Blair puts it at the left hand. Back on top by 2 is Rose-Hulman.
Rocco gave him the okey doke with the ball fake. Nice little no-look bounce pass to Blair. Finishes with his left on the other side and puts Rose back on top.
So Harden with the deflection out of bounds. It'll stay here with Transylvania. 21 on the shot clock, 9:01 to play. We'll get it in easily. Return right side look. Doesn't pass it, and Stacy steps into a left-handed jumper, knocks it in. Back tied at 64. Thought about a 3. Harden has it. They'll go down low. Blair.
Oh, good double there by Teague. Once Blair put it on the ground, he went and attacked and got the steal.
Here's a dribble from Transylvania. Penetrates, spin, fade away, left hand, doesn't get the roll. Ball batted around and controlled by Rose-Hulman. 8:18 to play, tied at 64.
Seems like with these two teams, once Transylvania has tied the score, no one's really able to grab momentum and take a 2 or 3 possession lead.
Harden off the screen, stops, pops, 3 ball. He's had a nice afternoon. It's a 3-point lead, under 8 to play.
Nice job there by Harden. Found his rhythm, had some space, well behind the line, but had the confidence to step up and knock it down.
Dribble drive up under. Great D there, and they're going to call a late foul. I thought Jennings was straight up.
Tough call on Jennings on the drive as Teague really asserting himself and being aggressive, getting downhill.
So we have reached the under 8-minute timeout with 7:40 to play from Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers with a 3-point advantage. You're watching the HCAC on RHI.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile per hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Back here from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. We've got a close one here on RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you, 67-64. The Fighting Engineers with the lead. Transylvania on the free throw line. This one going to come down to the wire. More importantly, both teams in the bonus from here on out, Clark.
Yeah, it's all about execution here down the stretch and even the little things, whether it's a block out, whether it's taking care of the basketball, meeting your passes. Expect Transylvania to show some different looks here on defense, and if he makes his free throw, expect some sort of press.
Off the back iron, no good. Rose-Hulman corrals the rebound. Look to add to a 2-point lead. They break the full-court pressure. They get it across the timeline.
And Tony Hunter Penn checking back in the game for Transylvania, the dominant post player that they have. Let's see if that affects the way how they play in their offensive philosophy.
So Rose-Hulman tries to slow it down, and we're going to have a travel. The shot clock all the way down to 3. Harden got down in the no man's land, couldn't do much with it, and the turnover out of the timeout.
And even if he didn't travel, that would have been a tough situation to try to get the ball on the rim with 3 seconds left on the shot clock.
So down to crunch time as we reach the 7-minute mark. 7 minutes to go here in this contest. 67-65. Fadeaway jumper from Transylvania, no good.
Good rebound by Jenigas. He's been a force on the boards with McGowan on the bench with 4 fouls.
Dribble right side. And Rose-Hulman going deep into the shot clock on their last 2 possessions. 8 on the clock here. Studemeyer, step back, 3 ball. James Harden style, splash down. Points to the ice in his veins. And it's back up to a 2-possession lead, 70-65 in favor of Rose-Hulman.
How about Studemeyer now has 19. He's also 4 for 4 from behind the three-point line.
You'll take that any day. They go down low, and the big man there, we've seen it so far, Hunter Penn, uses his strength, goes up, gets a bucket. Cuts it back to 3.
Yeah, Tony, you got to think if you're Rose, at what point do you wait to put Miles McGowan back in? I would say maybe the under 4 timeout, but you just got to see how the game plays out. As a foul is going to put Studemeyer to the free throw line. Today he is 1 for 1. He has 19 points.
Free throw good.
7 of 7 from the field as well as Studemeyer.
One of his best games of the season. I mean, shooting 4 for 4 from downtown, perfect from the free throw stripe.
Also has 3 assists to only 1 turnover.
Second free throw also good. 72-67. Transylvania the basketball. Green, their leading scorer, kicks it out. 3 ball, back iron, no good. Ritchie with the rebound. And a 1 and done there on that trip for Transylvania.
Now, nice block out by Rocco Ritchie. Staying with his man, keeping him between the basket and the able to get great position. And Studemeyer backs it up with 10 on the shot clock.
Dribble drive, kick out. Blair, and he traveled.
Yeah, moved that pivot, but I don't think he was really ready for that basketball.
Yeah.
That Studemeyer drive, and he tried to make a move as he wasn't ready, and they're kind of talking to each other down the court. That turnover leads to a Transy ball down 5.
Defensive pressure here from Rose-Hulman. Swing near side. Back up top. They'll run it through Penn. Penn swings it. Green, step back 3. Might have been deflected. Battle for the rebound, and it's picked up by Jenigas. And here comes Rose-Hulman. 5 minutes to play. 5-point lead for the home fighting Engineers.
Well, as hot as Savovich was for Rose-Hulman the first half and kind of did some carrying, I think Studemeyer's been that player for the Fighting Engineers here in the second half.
And he's going to take it himself up under, little Hezzy off the backboard with a kiss. And it's up to a 7-point lead, 4:40 to play. Got to close this one out if you're Rose-Hulman. We're going to have a moving screen.
That was a good call by the official. It was supposed to be Stallman on a handoff situation to get Green going to the basket, but he was never really set. That's such a tough play to do that handoff and kind of do a handoff / screen, and the officials called it.
Studemeyer has it in the backcourt. Green picks up full court pressure. Studemeyer gets it over the timeline easily. Harden. Again, all this with Miles McGowan on the bench. Quick little run here for Rose-Hulman. It went back and forth, back and forth. They tied at 66. It's an 8-1 run for Rose-Hulman, and they'll earn a trip to the free throw line here. Double bonus in effect. 2 shots coming for the Fighting Engineers.
So Studemeyer goes back to the line. That foul was on Hunter Penn, and that's his 4th.
As always, we want to thank everybody here at Rose-Hulman for the hospitality. Everybody involved in today's broadcast. 74-67, your score. Piper Logistics. Piper Warehouse is a group of logistics professionals dedicated to working together to provide our clients with complete logistics. In Indianapolis and Cincinnati, roll with us. Call 317-396-1023. Studemeyer to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Oh, it gets really quiet in here, Tony.
Great fan section here this afternoon from Rose-Hulman. As the top teams in the conference in action today on the HCAC, with Transylvania leading both the men's and women's standings. Rose-Hulman's women falling earlier today to Transylvania here on their home court. The Pioneers' 48th consecutive victory.
Tony, it was 64-64. Rose-Hulman on a 12-3 run here in the last few minutes.
Right side dribble, Green going to do it himself, spins up under. No good. One and done once again for Transylvania, and here late in the second half, Rose-Hulman doing a great job of cleaning the defensive glass.
Jenigas now with 8 rebounds. They'll make that 9 after that, Karam.
Studemeyer comes and gets the basketball, thought about a 3. Dribbles between 2 defenders. Floater short. Batted around right back to him, and he gets this one off the roll. Studemeyer's gotten hot, and it's an 11-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
Big time run here by the Fighting Engineers in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Back iron no good. Studemeyer corrals the rebound. 3:21 to play, 25 on the shot clock. Rose-Hulman by 11, looking for their 3rd consecutive victory.
They've almost been better on offense with McGowan on the bench. They've gone a little bit smaller, and they've got their paint touches off the dribble. And Studemeyer's been able to get to the basket.
And I think if this remains, an 8 to 12-point lead for Rose-Hulman, knowing what Studemeyer's doing and going a little bit small here, which hasn't clogged the lane too much, as there is a foul, and this is going to be charged to Hunter Penn, and he is fouled out of the contest.
Penn has fouled out, and in the game is 7 points.
And we have a media timeout, under 3 minutes to play, 78-67. You're watching the Fighting Engineers on RHIT.TV.
An active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
2:58 to play here from Rose-Hulman. Game number 2 of a doubleheader here on RHIT.TV. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon with us. Rose-Hulman, it was tied at 66 all, a 12-1 run over the last 3.5 minutes. They've pushed their lead to 11. They've led by as many as 18. Tony Nani, Clark Chafin with you. And Studemeyer back to the free throw line to shoot 2. Clark, he's really been a difference here in the second half.
He's come up huge, whether it's a three-point shot or getting to the basket and either hitting a little floater layup or knocking down free throws. Studemeyer has been big in his best game that we've seen him play.
Second free throw good. And again, all this with Miles McGowan in foul trouble. He only played 6 minutes in the first half. He's only played 4 minutes here in the second half.
Yeah, Studemeyer, after that last free throw, gave him 28 for the game.
Dribble drive, Green. Kicks it back up top. A little shimmy. Step back. Drives. Scoops. Swatted away. Jenigas says, no, not today. 14 on the shot clock. 13-point lead. 2:42 to play.
And if you're Rose-Hulman, a couple things you want to avoid. You want to avoid fouling so that clock doesn't stop. And then when you get to the offensive end, be able to handle the pressure and be ready to knock down some free throws, because you're going to think Transylvania is going to be very aggressive on that end of the court.
Inbound comes to the Napier. He'll dribble in, lowers a shoulder, and there's no continuation on that one. Foul will be on the ground. Nonetheless, he'll earn himself a chance to go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 Colby Napier.
And it stops the clock. Napier heads to the free throw line. 13 points, leading the Pioneers in scoring.
First free throw, good. Passion of Care. Don't miss the chance to turn your compassionate efforts into a rewarding experience. Learn more about SFC and ATTC today and embark on a journey of care and compensation. Call us 317-537-1811. Passion of Care. Second free throw, good. It is an 11-point lead, 80-69. Clark, we were tied at 66 just 4 minutes ago.
We were, and Rose has knocked down some shots. They've defended well. They've limited Transylvania's offense to just one shot.
Off the inbound, full court pressure comes. Inbounded and fouled immediately. Savovich will head to the free throw line to shoot 2:36 to play. We want to thank Eric Eaton and Savannah Semler, Ben Wood for putting us on the air here this afternoon, bringing us some great pictures here from Rose-Hulman. The Fighting Engineers looking to hold on for their third consecutive win, leading 80-69. Savovich's first free throw spins out. Okay. We will keep it here post-game, as we will hear from Nick Sales. Assuming Rose-Hulman holds on to this 12-point lead, 81-69, 2:35 to play. Dribble drive left side, up under, in the air, no good. But a foul going to be charged to Simon Blair. That'll put Transylvania back to the free throw line.
And in comes Miles McGowan. He'll replace Blair, as that is his fifth foul. Blair, though, with some excellent quality minutes in replace of McGowan. And McGowan had foul trouble, but the foul stops the clock. Matthew Teague will go to the free throw line. Teague, another double-digit scorer for Transylvania. He has 13 points, but only 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He'll be shooting 2 foul shots.
So Simon Blair fouls out of the game. That was his fifth. Free throw good. 81-70. Clark, when do you start maybe playing the free throw contest? Obviously 30 seconds on a shot clock, but I think if you get a defensive stop here and a bucket to cut it to single digits, you're going to have to think about playing the foul game from here on out. As the second free throw is good, they cut it to a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, it's a 4-possession game. So I would say under 2 minutes, if you don't get a steal, I would start to try to extend the game and foul. So maybe after this possession, see where you're at.
Rose-Hulman's best ball handlers, Studemeyer and Harden with it. They're out there. Studemeyer gets it over, runs into a brick wall of Matthew Teague. Foul. And here comes the free throw shooting contest. Up 10. Studemeyer going to the line, and Clark, he's been their best player this afternoon.
7-7 for the free throw line. 29 points. He's 4 of 4 from three-point, behind the three-point line as well. So he has an opportunity to go over the 30-point mark.
So McGowan should check out here to not be charged with his fifth foul. And into the game for the first time, Gabe Adams for some size. First free throw from Studemeyer, good. He's had himself a ball game. He's got 31 points. And I've got to imagine that is a new career high for Studemeyer. Dribble drive, up under, bucket. Quick basket there by Transylvania. 2:06 to play, 10-point lead. Inbound, Harden has it. Tries to get it back to Studemeyer. He won't. He's pressured in the corner. Studemeyer now has it. Goes full court, up under, bucket. Great job there on the turnaround bucket for Gabe Adams, his first 2. Forced 3 here, good. So a deep 3.
Tough shot there by Mullins, hand in his face. Really, Jennings did what he was supposed to do. Now Rose has to handle this pressure.
Studemeyer breaks it. Not a 3 in need. Off the rim, no good. And Gabe Adams with the offensive rebound is fouled. Not the 3 that you needed there, up 9. But Gabe Adams, fresh off the bench, bails him out with the offensive rebound.
Gabe Adams comes in and immediately catches a long pass and finishes and then gets a chance on an offensive rebound. I think Rocco Ritchie may get a little film session study after that one to realize that time and score.
First free throw, no good. Fresh off the bench. Gabe Adams getting his first minutes of the afternoon. He's got 2 on that layup, looking for his 3rd point. 1:28 to go. It's a 9-point Rose-Hulman lead. Free throw good. Back up to 10.
It makes it a 4-possession game as well.
Transylvania go quick. Green hands it off. Dribble drive. Stolen away. Adams got a hand on it, but it's a foul.
Tony, I don't even think it would be a bad time, even if you're Rose-Hulman, to go to a 2-3 zone. Transylvania is just attacking the basket in this man-to-man half court. If you go 2-3 zone, you may get them a little stagnant, and plus you may be able to tag shooters behind the 3-point line.
So Miles McGowan will check back in. First free throw, good. McGowan in. Gabe Adams, with his first minute of play this afternoon, gets an offensive rebound, a bucket, and 3 important points. He'll sit down. McGowan back in, playing with 4 fouls. Converts on the pair. And it's an 8-point lead. And I think here, Clark, full court pressure, try to get a steal. If not, foul immediately.
Yeah, and you're also going to start seeing some offense for defense substitutions for both teams.
Inbound comes. Harden has it. Studemeyer takes it, dribbles out of it. Harden tries to break it, stolen away. And it's going to go out of bounds. And Transylvania wanted a 10-second violation. And I didn't see. The shot clock is showing 29.
Yeah, I think because of the steal, the shot clock gave the possession to Transylvania. So I didn't see what the game clock was. I didn't think it was a 10-second call.
Colby Napier will check in. The refs will come together. And they're going to call it a 10-second violation. I didn't see how much was on the game clock. So a turnover here. Transylvania has it. Hey, don't miss a game. If you've missed any of the action, catch the replay on our YouTube page, IndianaSRN. Archives are always on the stream. With IndianaSRN, you always have a front row seat. Don't forget to unleash the power of passion. IndianaSRN, always a front row seat. Contact us, sales at IndianaSRN.org, to discuss how we can customize a sponsorship package that maximizes your brand and exposure. Central Indiana sports leader. Tony Donnie, Clark Chafin with you. Closing minutes here from Terre Haute. Rose-Hulman, 8-point lead. Transylvania with the basketball. Green has it, thinks about a 3, steps back and hits it. It's down to a 5-point, 86-81 lead for Rose-Hulman. 32nd timeout charged to Transylvania.
Well, that was just a great individual play by Green. He got himself some space. Harden was all over him. He was trying to play aggressive without fouling, but give credit to Green. You can see why he's a big-time scorer. He's able to get that basket and a quick timeout.
So a quick timeout here after the turnover. 5 straight points. It was 86-76, a 3-ball and a bucket, or a couple free throws, 86-81. 1:03 to go. I think if you're Rose-Hulman here, first things first, get the ball in bounds, get it across the timeline, and then anticipate that foul.
Yeah, and I'd like to see someone for Rose-Hulman flash to the middle. In the last couple possessions, you've had Harden and Studemeyer trying to break this press, and they're kind of even with each other as reversals. I'd like to see someone flash to the middle and get the ball and advance it a little bit.
Harden will inbound it. He can move. He does. Stoudemire, they try to get the quick steal. They don't. They get it across the timeline, and now they'll look to slow it up. Ritchie has it. Took an ill-advised 3 about a minute ago. Try to get it over. Up top. Clock ticking away. 18 on the shot clock. Ball deflected, batted, and out of bounds. 15 on the shot clock. 47.6. They're electing not to foul here, Clark. Now you have to play this defensive possession out of your Transylvania and hope for a stop.
Yeah, with
Inbound comes in.
15 seconds left on the clock. You're going to try to play this one out.
Sotomayor dribbles out of it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Dribbles out of it again. Dribbles back up. Mid-range jumper. Dagger.
Whoa.
He's had a night. He's got 33. Transylvania immediately turns it over. And Stoudemire, 33 points. It's 88-81 with 34 seconds to play.
That was the best of both worlds for Rose-Hulman. You broke the press. You ran the shot clock all the way down, and you get a bucket, followed by a turnover from Transy with 34.3, up 7.
The mid-range jump shot. Puts it in. Harden gets down low. McGowan with the easy layup. We don't want to go to the free throw line. McGowan with 6. They'll look for a transition 3 here. Fires it. Mullins off the backboard, no good. McGowan with it. He's fouled immediately. And Rose-Hulman with 21.6 seconds to go. The Fighting Engineers will record their 3rd straight victory to start the calendar year of 2024. And our player of the game, Kobe Stoudemire, 33 points. The mid-range dagger on that last possession. Gowan's first free throw, good. He's got 7.
Well, how about the poise of Rose-Hulman? You're talking about a squad that has so many freshmen on its roster and plays a lot of young players to have an 18-point first-half lead to even trailing in the second half, 59-57, to be able to go on a good run and get that lead back up to double digits and close it out. It's got to build a lot of confidence for this coaching staff and these players.
Yeah, and they did it a lot with McGowan on the bench as he corrals the rebound. 10 seconds to go, and there's going to be a late foul here, so McGowan can look to add to his total. But yeah, led by as many as 18 in that first half. It was a charge by Transylvania to end the first half. They trailed by 7. They had it tied up at 53. They had it tied up as late as 66-66. They cut it to 5 here, about a minute and a half to go, but a great job of Rose-Hulman maintaining their composure, knocking down shots, importantly knocking down free throws. And Kobe Stoudemire will head to the bench to a standing ovation here at Holbert Arena. A career-high 33 points. As McGowan's second free throw, back iron, no good. And he'll have one more, part of the double bonus here. Again, I want to thank one more time everybody here at RHIT.TV, doing a great job helping us out. Eric, Savannah, Ben, second free throw, no good. Clark.
Tony.
That's me. Up under, easy lay-in, good, 3.2. Transylvania will take a timeout. Down 9 with 3 seconds to go, and they'll say no, we won't get that timeout. False alarm. Would have been probably an odd timeout. I mean, what do you do down 9 with 3 to go? And Rose-Hulman, do you want the timeout? Do you not want the timeout?
Well, I think there was some confusion with Troy McManus checking in and making sure he was able to check in.
Need a little extra time to warm the buses. All right, I shouldn't have said that. Inbound deflected. Harden has it, throws it up, and Rose-Hulman wins their 3rd straight game behind Kobe Stoudemire's career-high 33 points, and the Fighting Engineers with a 92-83 victory over the #1 team in the HCAC, the Transylvania Pioneers. We will take a quick break and hope to catch up with head coach Nick Sales. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.
So I started working on Babcock Ranch 16 years ago. We designed a sustainable community that is also storm resilient, and also it has a ton of flood control associated with it. It has 75 megawatt solar facilities on site, which will cover the entire 18,000 acre community. In September of 2022, we had Hurricane Ian. We had 150 mile an hour sustained winds for about 10 hours and 21 inches of rain. Babcock really had little to no damage at all. We were the only place in a 2-county area that had any electric or any available drinking water that did not need to be boiled. And Rose really prepares you to go out, think outside the box, and problem solve. And I think for any major at Rose-Hulman, that's what you're getting. You have the ability to go out and create something new and innovate and change the way that we live as humans today.
Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin here with you, where the Fighting Engineers knock off the number 1 team in the HCAC, the Pioneers of Transylvania, 92-83. Game 2 of our doubleheader, a split between the two schools, 92-83. Clark, not much you can say, but Kobe Studemeyer had a great afternoon, a career-high 33.
Yeah, and he did it from every level on the floor, whether it was the 3-ball, whether it was driving down the lane and getting some scoop shots and hitting some floaters, or whether it was the mid-range game and knocking down the 15-foot jump shot. Studemeyer was really good and only missed 1 shot the entire game. And really kind of there at the end of the game, Tony, when it was tied at 64-64, that under 8 timeouts, that's really when he took off and took control of this game. And obviously our player of the game, Kobe Studemeyer, with his 33 points.
Yeah, it was a 12-1 run there coming out of that 8-minute timeout. Fueled by Studemeyer. A lot of this with Miles McGowan, their number 1 scorer, on the bench in foul trouble. Hey, we'll take one more quick break. We'll try to get a hold of head coach Nick Sales, who has some stats, and we'll wrap it up for you here from Rose-Hulman, where the Fighting Engineers pick up a 9-point victory. You're watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV. What an afternoon of basketball here on RHIT.TV. The Transylvania women's team increasing their win streak to 48 in a row, knocking off UConn's record for all levels of college basketball. A great afternoon. The band did a great job here at Rose-Hulman, as did all of our crew here on RHIT.TV. Tony Donahue, Clark Chafin with you. Your final thoughts on what we saw. Kobe Studemeyer with 33 points, but it was a total team effort here for this Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers men's squad.
Yeah, it certainly was, and we talked off air. It was almost like it was a tale of 2 halves for Rose. In the first half, they really got going from behind the 3-point line. 6 different guys had hit a 3-pointer to really get their lead up to 18, but in the second half, it was more the mid-range game. It was more the grinded-out game, where you're seeing a lot of those young players grow up and learn and become more familiar with college basketball on this particular level, and give credit to the coaching staff as well as the players being able to execute down the stretch.
Let's look at some other stats here. Studemeyer, great job. But as you mentioned, a tale of 2 halves. The 3-ball was flying early and often in that first half for Rose-Hulman. But that second half, they got it inside out, got some really good looks, and really kept Transylvania at bay.
Yeah, let's take a look at some team stats first. For Rose-Hulman, they'll finish with 49% shooting, 44% from behind the 3-point line, 68% from free throws. They take the rebounding battle 39-30 over Transylvania. And I thought also an important stat was only 9 turnovers by Rose-Hulman. For Transylvania, they shot 49% as well, 33% from the 3-point line. They were 78% from the free throw stripe, and again, lost the rebounding total 39-30 to Rose, and they also only had 9 turnovers. From that standpoint, it was a pretty clean game. If we take a look at scoring, Rose-Hulman was led by Studemeyer 33. Ritchie had 5 points. Pride had 4 points. 3 other double-digit scorers for Rose, including Harden with 10, McGowan with 10. Savovich had 15 on 3 of 6 from the three-point line. You had McManus with 3, Jenigas with 5, Adams with 3, and Blair with 4. And for Transylvania, their scoring looks like this. Teague led the way for the Pioneers. He had 19 points on 7 of 10 shooting. Stallman had 2. Smith had 6. Penn with 7. Jalen Green held 8 points underneath his average, so that's something that the coaching staff can hang their hat on as well. Green finished the night with 13 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Mullins had 13 points off the bench. Capps had 4 points, and Napier leads the Pioneers in scoring. He had 15 points on 3 of 9 from behind the arc. And Smith also had 4 points for Transylvania.
Yeah, and for Rose-Hulman, they moved to 4-4 in conference play with a record of 6-9 overall. You look at the upcoming schedule for the Rose-Hulman Fightin' Engineers. They are back at it coming up at Manchester on Wednesday. Then back-to-back home games. We'll have them for you right here on RHIT.TV. Bluffton on Saturday the 24th, and then Wednesday against Manchester as well. So a pretty favorable schedule coming up here for Rose-Hulman. And Clark, I think you would agree with me, they are finding their rhythm at the right time.
They're playing good basketball at the right time and continuing to learn and grow. The Manchester contest will be tough. They were the ones that won the league outright last year and have a lot of returning players as well. So certainly a big contest for them.
Savannah wants to go home, so we're calling it from the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. For Eric, Savannah, Ben, Clark, I'm Tony. Transylvania wins game number 1 on the women's side. And on the men's side of the coin, Rose-Hulman with a 92-83 victory for the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology Fightin' Engineers as they pick up another home win to move to 3-0 on the calendar season here at home with a 92-83 victory. For all of our crew here, thank you so much for watching here on RHIT.TV, a part of a great doubleheader here from the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. And we're gonna keep it right here as head coach of the Fightin' Engineers, Nick Sales, will join us. He's running up,
making him do some sprints after
we'll
all
break
that
this
coaching.
One down. As we will discuss this one, as the Fightin' Engineers on the calendar year move to 3-0 to start January. Coach, always good to get a home victory. Obviously, Kobe Studemeyer comes to mind, career high 33. Let's talk about him. He absolutely went off and really knocked down his free throws, but really made clutch shot after clutch shot this afternoon.
He did. It's funny because I told our guys all year, I knew we were going to start playing our better basketball the second half because I'm so young. And as you can see towards the end of that game, a ton of mistakes that we made. But Kobe, man, you could tell he had a great summer and he come in, but then we come back from break and he's sick. Right? So now when you miss some practice, it's hard to get into a rhythm. So he finally had a really good week of practice. And he let it rip. And I've been telling him he got to be more aggressive for us to be good. And he was aggressive like we needed him to be today.
Yeah, and what I really liked about your team was the composure there midway through the second half, tied up at 66. Obviously a 17-point lead in that first half. Transy on a run, but your guys were composed, controlled the basketball, broke the press, doing a lot of this without your best scorer, Miles McGowan, on the court, who was on the bench in foul trouble.
Absolutely. And listen, I always want to be known as a team that's deep, that can have a bunch of guys to make the plays. I never want to rely on one or two guys. And we had a ton of guys step up today. But our guys did a great job. And I told our guys before the game, like, listen, Transy is a team, whether you're down by 20 or up by 20, it's still going to be a game. They're very well coached, and they got some guys that can make some plays. They're an older group, very experienced group. They just had a big game at Hanover, and I think that helped us a little bit, having that overtime game at Hanover, but we found a way to pull it out.
You just came out of the locker room with your team fired up. What was your message to the boys there as they pick up their third straight win here to start the calendar season of 2024?
It was that's my expectation. That's who I think we can be. And I believed it all year. I think we've lost some games, and we've played the game the right way. We just haven't shot it well. We've been playing well together. We just haven't knocked them down, and we got to be more disciplined defensively. Okay, and I thought when we shoot the ball well, because we play well together, we got to keep trusting it. We can be a tough team to beat.
A big win at home for you. Congrats. Enjoy it. Stay warm, and we'll see you here over the next couple of weeks as the Fightin' Engineers pick up their third straight win, move to 4-4 in HCAC play, 92-83 for our entire team. Coach, thank you so much. We'll see you here over the next couple of weeks. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Rose-Hulman picks up the win in game number 2 by 9 over Transylvania. You've been watching the HCAC on RHIT.TV.